Hello YouTube, this is me, Mr. Shiny. This is episode 75. From our last game we already played against with the New York Mets and on first game. So right now we're gonna head to our second game right now. So here we go. Here we go.
Now from Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, welcome to Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, Game 2 of this three-game series between the LA Dodgers and the New York Mets. The Dodgers look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Clayton Kershaw will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Clayton Kershaw, he just breathes different air than everybody else. The best pitcher in the game of baseball. Good fastball, good changeup, good cutter, and a terrific curveball. When you think about the Cy Young Award, he's always in the mix. He's good, he's strong, he's left-handed, and he's quite simply one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Jonathan Scope can keep up the hot bat. He's hit 5 home runs in his last 10 games, so he's got to be oozing with confidence right now. He's the guy in that lineup that these pitchers have to hold down if they're going to even try to be successful.
Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Popped him up. Grandal has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Ready now, Paul Goldschmidt, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On the first baseline. Valencia comes up with it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets. Still no score. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. Late that time for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Aggressive swings out of him to start this at bat, but he hasn't been able to put the ball in play. Time to use that aggressiveness and make him chase now.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's focus on Giancarlo Stanton right now. Looks like he's chiseled out a stone out there. The outfielder, I know he has light tower power, but he's also helpful on the defensive side and possesses a strong arm in the outfield.
Taken there by Escobar. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Now at the plate, Matt Carpenter. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Good off-speed pitch. Had him out in front for strike 1.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying. This pitcher might be on the attack with that pitch all game long.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. Gone into the upper tank.
Yeah, and as we take a look at it on replay, you can see this thing was gone from the second it left his bat. A thunderous shot that dang near gave the pitcher a little whiplash. Challenged him with a fastball and lost big time.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll come in here at 263, 11 home runs and 30 RBIs. Looks at a changeup that catches the corner. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a two-seamer, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More from MLB Network. Saturday baseball after this. Next up for Los Angeles, Alex Wood, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. Ashburn has a beat on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in, the switch hitter, Andrew Knapp, is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. High in the air out to center field. Dyson's there. Makes the play, one away. Next up for New York, Clayton Kershaw. He'll get to take his first cuts here. This one's down to third. Gloved by Turner. Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in for his second at-bat, Richie Ashburn. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. Chop left. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
Dave Winfield stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. Behind 0-2 now. Ashburn is off of first with 2 away. Thought about it, but he holds up on the knuckle curve 1-2.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there. But
now, meanwhile here, this ball's hit fairly well down that left field line, and it's going to stay fair. It's a home run.
Yeah, I love a team that keeps fighting with 2 outs like they did here. The previous batter gets on board with a single, and his teammate does even better with an absolute bomb. That's good baseball.
Paul Goldschmidt is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Here's another 0-2. Bounce towards the second baseman. Forsythe is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. 3 innings complete. The Mets lead this one 3-0. So stepping in, Alex Wood, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Right side, hit hard. Scope's able to get there. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for LA. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Mets out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jake Lamb. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
The second baseman, number 6.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Third baseman, number 13.
Here's Matt Carpenter. No balls and 1 strike. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a ton.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3 as the lead remains 3-1. Digging in to try it again, Orlando Arcia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. A swing and a miss at a ball down. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. And there's 1 away. Now to the plate, Andrew Knapp. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And it's quickly 0-2. Right down Main Street, caught him looking. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Clayton Kershaw. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Clayton Kershaw.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Good looking sinker on the inside corner.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Forsythe onto the grass, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton will get the first shot when we return. So the batting order turns over.
Leading off for the Mets, center fielder, Richie Ashburn. Your attention, please. Now pitching for Los Angeles.
First pitch of the at-bat. This is on the ground over to first. Valencia right there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Dave Winfield will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at this 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. First pitch on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Played on the backhand. And there are 2 away now. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Started that swing a bit too early. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Drilled down the line. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Digging in and looking for more, Logan Forsythe. He'll be the one to start things here against Clayton Kershaw.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of boot.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. His lifetime numbers against Kershaw, he's a .333 hitter. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 23 for him thus far. And the Dodgers have come back to tie it at 3.
Yeah, we're all tied up, and it's anybody's ball game after that blast. We live in that "what have you done for me lately" world, so that gem he was pitching doesn't mean anything anymore.
Jock Peterson will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 31, Jock Peterson.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ashburn is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Gerard Dyson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Ashburn going back on it, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Wow, he was willing that thing to get out of here. Would have given them the lead right here late in the game, but it ends up hitting off the wall, and he heads into second with an extra base hit. We'll see if the next man up can come through with a clutch here.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening.
Number 43, Jason Argan.
Here's the shortstop, Yunel Escobar. Tapper up the line. That winds up foul. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And the runner's breaking for third. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Lamb ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Tommy Hunter is going to come on in relief, as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. Jake Lamb standing in now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
And it's 0-2 to Scope. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Here's Matt Carpenter. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more
looking at a fastball to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More of MLB Network's Saturday Baseball after this. Striding in once again, Justin Turner. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Cam.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And he falls behind 0-2. Turner swings,
nice.
And it's a very well hit ball to left. And as Dodger fans have heard for years, she is out of here. So it's a solo shot to dead center as they take the lead 4-3. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these 2 clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitter's on point. The pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate. And this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
And he'll let it fly from deep in the hole. And close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. All right, so let's turn to Show Track for a more in-depth look at that one. Good reaction, great range, and a nice backhanded stop, and the jump throw with a lot behind it all the way across the infield for the out. The numbers don't lie, and that was pretty spectacular. So here's Matt Kemp now. Lifted into center field. Ashburn on the move. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in once again, Danny Valencia, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First offering on its way. Into right field, that's a base hit.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our Show Track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Into the box now, Logan Forsythe. Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of the bat. I thought they would pitch around him. He's going to have to button it up a little bit.
Hit on the ground to third. Taken in by Carpenter. The feed to the second baseman is a wide one. Over to third, but it's thrown away. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Ready for another shot now, Yasmani Grandal. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Really? An intentional walk?
And Now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Andre Ethier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Andre Ethier.
Line toward right center. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. 1 run is scored. The relay to third now, but he's safe as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Here's Gerard Dyson. And he puts it on the ground to second. Scope is there. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here at this time. So 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. 1 error in the inning, and 2 left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Dodgers lead it 6-3. Scott Kazmir is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Scott Kazmir.
Kazmir, a left-hander who goes an even 6 feet. He was taken in the very late rounds during the first-year player draft of 2018.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now batting, catcher, Andrew.
Digging in once again, Andrew Knapp. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. Here comes the first pitch. And a slider on the inside for strike 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, Dero, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, Dero, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Change up that time, a swing, and this one's driven out to deep left center field. This ball has a chance, and it is over the wall, a home run. Wellington Castillo move out into the on-deck circle now as he'll hit for the pitcher Vargas.
Wellington Castillo.
There's the good fastball from Kazmir, 0-1. He's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 8 home runs and 19 driven in. Behind 0-2 now. And it's fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. Rounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. A bouncer up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, that's just a case, Dero. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout. So that's a nice piece of it.
This is on the ground over to first. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
Are you joking, literally?
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
In now, Paul Goldschmidt. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Bounce it to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. 9th inning coming up. Dodgers out in front, 6-4. Back in Queens at Citi Field as we get set for the top of the 9th inning in this one. Gregory Infante enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a liner. And there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the 9th.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You've got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
Justin Turner will stand in yet again, and he, of course, has had one of the big blows in the contest so far. This was back in the 8th as this solo shot proved to be a very important run in this ballgame. Ashburn has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Giancarlo Stanton now struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ballgame right here. Set. Here it comes. Smoke toward the hole, and that's in for a base hit. Finally make him 1 for 5 now, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
Ashburn is there, 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Ready once again, Danny Valencia. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. This is line to left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Nothing more in the Dodger 9th. Last chance coming up for the Mets. They trail by a couple. That's 6-4. Digging in to try it again. Jake Lamb. No thump out of him in this game so far, as might be expected. He's 0 for 3. First offering on its way. Sliders in for a strike. Tommy Hunter in line for the victory if things finish as they are. And he fouls this one off. Right side and right into the shift. Forsythe has it. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The second baseman, number 6, Jonathan.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jonathan Scope. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 0-1 the count. Skied down the left field line. On the move is Kemp. And he makes the catch in the corner. Ready for another chance. Matt Carpenter comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. 1-1. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
swing and a miss.
Thank you everybody
He
for watching.
struck
This
him
was
out,
Mr.
and
Sunny.
that'll
This
do
was
it here
episode
as the
75.
ball game is over.
Meaning
Man,
we
they've
have won
already put the all-time
75
winning streak
games
record in their
and no
rearview
loss
mirrors.
so far.
But with every win, it gets further and further away. We could say this now. This is one of the greatest teams in the history of baseball.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The Los Angeles Dodgers crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Tommy Hunter gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Scott Kazmir works.
We will see you soon.